Hello and welcome back, YouTube. It is still Thursday, July 6th, 2023, 7:50 p.m., 10 minutes until 8. So a little bit of good news. The most exciting thing, my Wells Fargo credit card showed up. So that's, as much as I'm not trying to get deeper in debt on that account, it feels like it's taken some pressure off. Just thinking about that gives me a chorus of Caleb Hammer and Dave Ramsey. I got Dave Ramsey telling me I'm an idiot, and Caleb Hammer going, no! And where am I going with that credit card? What is the first absolutely essential purchase I'm getting ready to go make with it? I'm on my way to Del Taco. I was in the middle of something at the time that I could have gone to Andre House for dinner. I was planning on going to Andre House to dinner. I really was. But I was dealing with Assurance Wireless when that happened. And I, today, in one phone call, mind you, had the best. Notice the big van is still there. By the way, I was watching a video of mine, so I'm going through the stuff on Allison's blue phone. I'm trying to get it cleared off. And granted, I could just check the dates and just, I've already verified that they've all been uploaded to YouTube. I could just fill in the times and dates and be done with it. But it's been kind of enlightening going through them. And I noticed on a nighttime video, I'm still working on the day, I shot a lot of video that day. The day I had my first in-person interview with, now I'm forgetting his name, Raphael at K-Power for Williams-Sonoma. And I shot a lot of video that day. I finally made it through all of it. And there's a video where I'm driving from my place over to, I always forget the name of the goddamn bar. The little karaoke dive bar over there on 43rd Avenue, just north of Bethany Home. But for some reason, I always want to call Carousel, and it's called something of Skippers. I don't know how the fuck I get Carousel out of Skippers. I can't explain that. My brain is, I'm legally severely mentally ill. There's a lot of weird short circuits in my brain. But anyway, on that video, on my way there, I noticed that big white, damn, I just missed a call, like just right now. I don't know how it is. I never, ever, ever hear my iPhone ring. And I know that I have it set to ring, but I think it's, that particular model iPhone has a physical switch for turning on and off the ringer, and I think it just gets bumped and gets turned off all the time. Anyway, I need to figure out who called me and see if it's important, call them back. But I'm going in. I need some damn food. So far, all I've ate today. Well, actually, I ate the end of a sandwich that Allison had got from somewhere yesterday and gave to me, which was pretty awful. It was several days past its expiration date. But once I peeled the wilted vegetables off of it, like the lettuce and tomato, which was disgusting, the meat and the soggy bread was not... It was food. It was food, put it like that. Still haven't found my EBT card, by the way. Still searching for it. Yeah, so I just had the second half of that sandwich. I ate the first half of it in the middle of the night. And then the lunch, which was smaller than the typical lunch over at St. Vincent de Paul. So I already went in the app. I got a free bean and cheese burrito with any purchase. I'll probably just purchase a couple more of those since those are super inexpensive and call it a bargain dinner. Hello and welcome back, YouTube. So it's still Thursday, July 6th, 8:20 p.m. And I don't really feel like going back home right now. I've been kind of isolated in my bed. I took had one of those unexpected naps where I was just working on something and just dozed off. Got awoken by a call from Assurance Wireless customer service. As I stated earlier, I had one of the best customer service people I've ever had from Assurance today, and hands down the worst. The gal that was the best was the person I got a hold of the first time. Now, it took me about 3 tries calling and following the various menus and ending just like it was the other day, ending up at a recording that says Thank you for calling. Goodbye. Like, no. That should never be part of the flow chart. It just shouldn't be. I mean, if you inadvertently make the wrong selection, you shouldn't just get hung up on. That's just fucking rude. Whoever's programming these phone systems, don't do them like that. Come on now. Like at some point you should end up at a menu place that says, where it says something along the lines of, if you are done with your business, you can hang up now. If you need blah, 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 blah. So you can still kind of navigate from there. I mean, honestly, I would rather people still answer the phone. Can we bring that back? Really? And now I'm really asking for too much, but American people that speak a dialect and accent of English that I can understand. Yeah, I really struggled to understand both of those women, but at least the one was an absolute sweetheart and was genuinely trying to help me. The other one, it just seemed like she was trying to quickly read through a script for verification purposes. And I don't think it's like, well, I just need to blah, 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 verify. But I mean, she was saying it with some kind of weird Asian accent. I can't even imitate it. It was very difficult to understand. Yeah, pin and peen are not the same word. And I'm just inappropriate for those women to be talking about my peen. And yeah, every time she kept asking for a pin, so far, within the last like 4 or 5 days or whatever, I've been given 3 pins. Like personal identification number from Assurance Wireless. So I don't know which one she's asking for. And she's saying, is your PIN blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm not sure. And mind you, like I was woke up from a dead sleep and then transferred to this person. So I didn't make the call. They called me. And then she kept saying, well, you called me. No, I didn't call you. You called me. I didn't call you. You were transferred to me. Okay, well, somebody else called me, woke me up from a dead sleep. I'm not ready for this phone call. I'm trying to find the information that you want to verify. Well, anyway, at one point, when I managed to get all the information up that she was asking for, I start reading it back as quickly as she was reading it to me, and then she got super flustered. She's like, well, I can't follow all those numbers that fast. I said, well, that's fine, neither could I. I said, you're the one that started barking numbers at me, ma'am. And we were arguing, and at one point, and I'm having trouble understanding her anyway. At one point, I'm like, God, Jesus Christ. And then she's like, oh, don't take the name of the Lord in vain. I'm like, really? I'm not calling a church line. I'm calling a government phone assistance line. Check yourself, woman. You know, and the fact that this is a program that is an American assistance program, it should be mandated and required that all of their customer service personnel are Americans. So that's generating American jobs instead of taking those tax dollars overseas. I don't think that's too much to ask. Although, again, the first woman was absolutely sweet. Now, there were a couple things that she didn't clarify that came up with the other woman she transferred me to, and I still haven't clarified everything that's going on. But the whole thing was confusing as fuck. And of course, it doesn't help where every third word is mispronounced in such a way that I don't understand what the fuck word she's saying. That doesn't help. Anyway, the end result is, so apparently, Obamaphone 4 still had service on it, but it wasn't usable. It was switched to a pay-as-you-go. She said it wasn't canceled, it was suspended. And when I asked her to explain the difference, she couldn't. And she goes, well, I just need to start over. Will you let me read this? I should have just asked that she transfer me to a supervisor. That's what I should have done, because that woman was awful. And if you have a problem with somebody who is exceptionally frustrated when you've made them frustrated, saying, Jesus Christ, if that offends you, you have no business working on a phone support line. Because a lot of people are going to say a lot of things much worse than that. Just saying. I have been noticing that Obamaphone 4 would say emergency calls only, but it was usually showing like 4 or 5 bars all the time. Well, now it's not showing any bars anymore, and it says 2G. So apparently it's no longer suspended. Now it's canceled. The fuck is canceled mean? I would have really liked to got. Well, I don't know. Part of me wants to get that phone service back on Obamaphone 3, and part of me is like, no, Obamaphone 3 is actually best without any phone service on it, just as a camcorder. As long as I don't have it getting interrupted, my video getting interrupted by an alarm that I forgot to turn off, my video doesn't get interrupted, and that's a good thing. Like, would it have been an option? Like, if one was suspended and one wasn't, and it was over eligibility for I guess the program, I thought it was the Lifeline program, but it's called ACP, and I'm not sure what that stands for, but I have more to say about ACP in a bit. I did get a hold of Cox. Everything's fine with Cox. All right. That is the sound of Obamaphone 5. Google Play Protect. Now, unsafe app found. Set wallpaper may put your device at risk. Okay, let's go to Play Protect. I expect that this is something. Now it says no harmful apps scan. Play Protect scanned moments ago. Well, I got to push through things saying that it found a harmful app. What the hell? Yeah, Obamaphone 5 is awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, I had service on it. I had service on that other number. I didn't know what that number was. And then I got the number transferred. It was an extremely frustrating experience, but I got the number transferred from Obamaphone 4 over to it, which nobody's been able to call, and I haven't been able to call since the day. The last phone call that came in on that was actually from the video I was watching today on the blue phone. So would have been from, hang on, I can pull up the date on the blue phone and look on that video. Although the date's going to be wrong because apparently I didn't have the date and time set. So it would have been, it says June 25th, but it would have actually, or June 24th. So it would have been May 24th. So yeah, there's been no ingoing or outgoing calls, and I haven't been able to make calls on that since May 24th. So well over a month, like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, long enough, it's been dysfunctional. And I'm thinking maybe if the first woman, but again, I was having a language barrier with her, could have maybe explained that, then maybe I could have unsuspended that service and canceled the service on Obamaphone 5, because Obamaphone 5 is awful. Obamaphone 4 has its issues, but by comparison, it's great. Obamaphone 3, it's what I'm recording on now. It's probably best left alone. Phone call. I'm in here sweating in a big way. So I need to get inside the bar. It's freaking hot. But as I mentioned that I had missed a phone call on the iPhone as I was on my, it had just happened. I didn't hear it. Some other ringer got shut off. But that I had a missed call, local call. Right before I arrived at Del Taco, literally while I was driving to Del Taco and vlogging, and turns out that's Al from AZ. I think it's called AZ Connections, the cell phone place over in Tempe. I love that guy. Really, that guy is just who calls customers back after hours because you got a missed call from them? Wow. Wow. But I had a little chat with him. I mean, he's self-employed, so he's, that's fine. It's business for him, and that's the kind of person I want to be supporting with my business. I'm gonna meet up with him tomorrow in the daytime. I got my Wells Fargo credit card back, so it'll be no problem to pay him. But getting a new screen on the iPhone 6s Plus and a new battery in there, that will solve a lot of things. And I got to remember to hit him up for screen protectors, not only for that, but also for Obamaphone 3, so as to make sure it doesn't get damaged anymore. I don't think any of the other phones I have are worth putting screen protectors on. I'm heading into Newtown. Hopefully I can see Michael, the owner. Maybe sing one song. I don't know. They tend to start late here. My main thing is I want to get over to Royal Lounge, because that's probably the next actual work I'll be doing on Saturday night. And even though Joyce is only paying me $100 and that's crap, it's still paid work. Oh, I got a hold of Wonolo too. I'll talk about that later. And I'll give some more information about what's going on with Royal Lounge later, because that's happened. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. And also what happened with Cox. So I got quite a bit done. Did not find my EBT card though. I'm making headway at cleaning up and sorting stuff out of my room, and that alone is a good thing. So I want to keep at it. Hopefully I'll find some other important things that are missing. But I found so much paperwork from when I was doing Lyme in San Diego. Like, how relevant is that crap now, right? But anyway, it's progress. Still no word from Allison. She didn't leave a note when she left, and so who knows when she'll be back. Not very happy with her right now, to put it mildly. But hopefully when she gets back, I can at least give her blue phone, and we can make sure that we're on the same page before she passes out on my couch again. And one of the things we need to get on the same page on is that I don't want her passing out on my couch. Like one thing when we were arguing last night, she's talking about, well, I can't do that stuff because I don't have internet. I don't have my phone, don't have internet. Boo, 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 boo. So I made a point once she was sitting on the couch to close out or minimize all the stuff I was working on my karaoke computer. And somehow I lost all my tabs in Firefox, which, whatever, not a big deal. I opened fresh browser of Firefox. I'm like, there's keyboard is right there. There's the mouse. There's internet. And not once did she access the internet. And that's wired internet. Well, actually, no, it's not wired. It's through the Wi-Fi dongle. But at any rate, that internet on there is fast. And it's not cell phone internet. It's full screen internet. So obviously her thing, I can't get internet, is a big fucking excuse. Because she had access to the internet all night long, all morning long. Did she start her day doing these things that she says she needs to do on the internet? Nah. In the roughly hour and a half that I was gone, going to get lunch at St. Vincent de Paul, she's just disappeared. And maybe her priority is going to get methadone. And I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. I don't. I've always subscribed to the just say no when it comes to drugs, and that's guided me well. Thank you, Nancy Reagan. But I don't know. Guess we'll see if she comes home. She comes home. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I asked Priscilla if she had managed to find out anything about her car getting impounded, because she had taken down numbers when I was driving her around, helping her run her errands on Saturday, which she, rewarded me with a full tank of gas and the nookie that was promised, but I really had to bug her about it. And like I said, it felt like contractual obligation nookie by the time she gave it up. It wasn't, which isn't good. And I haven't really seen her since. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, we went out Saturday night together. It was, but came, and then we went from Saturday night, and then we went out for pizza in Tempe and went back to her place, and I got undressed, went in her bed. This is late Saturday night, wee hours of Sunday morning. I got undressed and laid down in her bed, expecting she was going to join me. Eventually woke up alone to find her, that she had changed out of her clothes into different clothes and went to sleep on the couch. Like, really, if that's what you want the sleeping arrangements to be with you and I, don't bring me, don't. I'll drop, if that's what's going on, let me know as soon as I pull up your driveway so I can just drop you off and go home. I haven't seen her since. I mean, we've been in constant contact pretty much every day, but haven't seen her since. But yeah, that one of the things that we did that she wanted to do was to go by where Allison's car was and see if there was a sign. And I told her there was no sign saying that I look for that kind of sign. But signs like when tow companies have contracts with when tow trucks have contracts with trying to do some air. It's getting like an oven in here again. When tow trucks have contracts with places to pull cars left behind in the parking lot, they usually have signs to let you know, that, hey, you can't leave it here overnight, blah blah blah. Call this number to reclaim your car. And I told her there was no signs like that. She looked. She just saw some really faded. I'm like, yeah, if somebody's got a current contract, they don't let them fade like that. But when somebody loses their contract, they usually don't come peel off the signs. But the only number is the property manager or whatever. Like that place is for lease. But yeah, Priscilla was all about going to take care of that on Sunday. Well, now it's a damn near a whole week later. It's Thursday, and I asked her if she had, made any progress with that, and she didn't. So, yay, Priscilla letting me down again. And she gave me the number, and when she gave me the number, it was like and that was when I was not able to call. That was before I managed to get a hold of Assurance Wireless. So at that time, I'm not able to make any calls out on Obamaphone 5, and I'm not able to make calls out on the iPhone because I can't get to because of the problem with the screen. I can't get to. I can call presets, and I can call stuff off Google Maps. Like I managed to call Al through his cell phone store by opening it up in Maps and zooming in and zooming around and pressing on the little pin where his store is, and then when I got his Google profile for a store, pressing call. I was able to do it that way, but wherever the button is to bring up the keypad, I can show you right now, so I can still kind of open the phone. That one right there. Oh, now it's going to work. Crazy. When I was trying to do it before, when I would hit that, it couldn't. Oh wait, no, wait a minute. That's what it is. Okay, that's right. So I get there, but I can't dial a number because it can't feel down there. And there's, no matter how I rotate the phone, that doesn't go to a different part of the screen. So I can't dial a number with that. So yeah, I told her, I don't have a phone I can dial out on. And then her response to that, just leave the number. And I had also mentioned that Allison had disappeared again. And she goes, well, just leave the number where Allison can find it. She's an adult and she needs to handle her own problems. Just like, which is, again, my biggest thing is I just get really frustrated when people say they're going to help with stuff, say they're going to do stuff, and they don't follow through. Why did we waste all the time and the gas going out there to get that phone number when you said you were going to do that? Like, if you weren't going to do that, that's an hour of my life I didn't need to waste going out there. And all that time I spent sweating out there while she's writing all that stuff down. Like, if you weren't going to call it, why did we even go there? Anyway, I'm sweating in a big way out here. I'm going into the bar. Hopefully I can see Michael and talk about karaoke and give him a couple cards, and hopefully something will come out of it. Because all these supposedly legit jobs that I've been hired for so far, I've been, got my interview with Hertz on Monday, but supposedly I've been hired by, and I filled out a packet of paperwork that was like that thick. But supposedly I've been already hired by Domino's, already hired by this, or, we'll send you an offer. Been told that by whatever the place that I went to not last Tuesday, the Tuesday before, for loading trucks at the airport. They said they sent me an offer. It hasn't happened. And I haven't tried to follow up with contacting them because I really don't know how to. They didn't have an office. They were doing mass interviews inside a hotel. So obviously they're not still there at the hotel. And maybe I should have got some paper or a business card with some contact information, but they said we will email you a job offer tomorrow. Liars. God, I'm just so fucking sick of all the liars. And then the place, but like the last time I went there, and it's like, well, it's a red flag. You're being too eager. We'll email you. Here's the process. We'll email you back and let you know, when you come in to start. That still hasn't happened either. So, and then also the job I was supposedly given yesterday by Raquel over at. Now, to be fair, that was just yesterday, and she did say it could take a couple days on my background check. So, not really holding anything against Raquel, but it's just frustrating. And I want to get to work. I'll talk about the Wonolo thing, because the Wonolo thing was frustrating today as well, but at least I made some progress with that. But God knows, they still couldn't give me a definite on when I'm going to get paid for working at HelloFresh. And that's frustrating. I'm headed into the bar. I need to cool off. I'm like caked with sweat right now. Hello and welcome back, YouTube. Well, I finally had a really good talk with Michael. And yeah, he's not looking to bring anybody else in for karaoke. And of course, I knew that. So it's 9:42 p.m. I just stuck around, had one beer, sang one song. I need to be super frugal with my money right now. So I don't feel I can really afford anything more than that. But it was a good talk with Michael, and I just kind of shared him, why I was so bummed out when I saw him a couple of weeks ago, and just where my head was. As I said, when I walked in there, I just basically like walked in, and he said something to me, and I just like started crying. I was just not in a good frame of mind, and I do think that was the day that I got let go from the furniture warehouse. So, and that was, mind you, that was after several days of just being in bed. A bad mixture of sick and depressed, and yeah. Anyway, trying to move past that. What the hell is this guy doing? Not sure why all the construction signs. It's kind of awkward. That guy practically came to a stop at a green light. He was so confused by him. So, his suggestion, I told him about how many places in the last 2 weeks have essentially told me that I have a job and then not put me to work, including Domino's, that had me fill out, a ginormous packet of paperwork, and then, had me frantically trying to get a copy of my Social Security card. Pretty much told I'm hired. I just, what's killing me is that I'm not getting, I don't know, am I asking too much? It seems like at the very least, if they should be contacting me every other day and apologizing for the delay. I just don't like being ghosted. I don't like this in limbo. Like, should I be doing another mass of applications right now? Or should I be waiting? It's just so awkward. Anyway, I just got a message on Snapchat. Hopefully I can open it on the iPhone. The iPhone screen is so dicey right now. Wow. Priscilla says she wants to go with me to a Royale Lounge. So she doesn't want to be out late. I'm going to go take a shower. A little disappointed she didn't invite me to join her in the shower. But I think I'm going to pop home really quick just to see if Allison is still there. It really bothers me that when she left, she didn't leave a note explaining, it's just frustrating me that my offspring has just become so fucking irresponsible. I mean, there was a plan for her getting up in the morning and doing stuff, but she didn't get up in the morning. And maybe I should have left her a note and said I was going to get lunch and would be back, but I mean, it's unfortunate that she doesn't have a phone, but she said she got an Obamaphone last week and somebody stole it. You need to hang on to your shit. Learn to hang on to your shit. You just had a phone stolen a couple weeks ago because you don't hang on to your shit. I mean, granted, I've had some phones stolen too, but I don't know. It's just frustrating. It's just so fucking frustrating. Priscilla says she's worried about her doing dope at my place or bringing friends back to do dope at my place, and yeah, once those kind of people show up, that's when the stealing starts, and that's something I'm definitely worried about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty freaking disappointed she didn't go up to Prescott. Because when she was suggesting going to, what the hell is this guy doing? That was an interesting way to execute that turn. Wow. Yeah, when she was, that was like the best most sensible suggestion I heard come out of her mouth since joining her at the hospital. Was she had talked about some kind of residential rehab, and going there. I don't know where the hell she goes. But that's some insanely weak shit to say, well, I can't ride the bus because if I ride the bus, and this, of course, when she's asking me to take her to the veterinary clinic, well, you need to take me because I can't ride the bus, because if I ride the bus, people will make me do drugs. You mean they'll make you do drugs? Well, somebody will be giving me drugs. They'll offer me drugs, and then I'll have to smoke it. I'm like, no, you can say no. No, I can't. You don't understand. No, you can say no. I mean, when she's got guys that she's hanging out in their bed with them because she doesn't want to be intimate, she apparently has no problem saying no to them. So it's the same word, it's the same meaning. But yeah, as Priscilla pointed out when I was texting her over at Newtown, it's like yeah, it's saying, use that to say is the reason she couldn't take the bus. And then Priscilla's like, well, so how did she leave today? And I'm like, that's a pretty good question. I'm assuming she didn't walk everywhere with her walker. I would imagine at some point she got on a bus. Well, it's possible she used that with CBM or whatever the hell it's called, that transit service. Short on the Obamaphone right now. Oh, it's in my pocket. So many devices to keep track of right now, but I'm genuinely worried about her just trying to snag one because she feels she needs it. Want to be there for her, want to help her, but God, is this situation just frustrating right now? As if my own situation wasn't frustrating enough right now.